Shalom Aleichem, everybody. Hope all is well. There's a lot going on in the world right now, and the Messiah's coming is imminent. We are extremely close. But the point of this video, guys, is what is going to happen with the third temple? Are we close to the building of the third temple? Because that's another major prophecy in the coming of Mashiach. It actually goes hand in hand with the coming of Mashiach, is the Messiah will build the third temple. So that's the question one can ask. But the answer is very important. While we see that prophecies, Messianic era prophecies are unfolding before our very eyes, Mashiach prophecies about the redemption. And the building of the Beis HaMikdash is not something that we can decide just right now to go build. Let's say, some Israeli said, hey, let's go build the temple right now. Well, obviously their desire for the temple is a good thing, but to be able to actually go up and build it, one cannot do that without the permission of God, of course. The Rebbe said already, over 30 years ago, that we've passed a certain threshold that the Mashiach literally can come at any moment. And we're 30 years later. And we're seeing an unprecedented situation in the Holy Land of Israel, and that the whole world is focused on the Holy Land. And the Jewish people are returning to God, and they're returning to loving each other deeply, and unity among Jewish people, which is a prerequisite to the coming of Mashiach, and specifically to the building of the Beis HaMikdash. Why? Because we learned that the second temple, the previous temple, was destroyed because of lack of love for each other, that we didn't love each other fully. We showed that Jewish people showed baseless hatred towards one another, and that is why the temple was destroyed. So the Rebbe explains, if we learn that hatred for one another, baseless hatred, exaggerated hatred for one another, that destroys the temple, then surely baseless love, infinite love for each other builds the temple. If you do that equation, if something destroys something, the exact opposite would build it. So if baseless hatred destroys the temple, then surely baseless love builds the temple. So that is our mission. That is our absolute mission, to show baseless love for one another. And that is how we can speed up, accelerate the construction of the third temple. And of course, one of the aspects of the coming of Mashiach will be pure peace on earth. There won't be any wars. And people say, how is it going to happen that the temple is going to be built? Well, when Mashiach comes, the whole world will know God, and the whole world will want to connect to God, and the whole world will want to be a part of the third temple. It says all people will come to serve Hashem, to pray to Hashem, Jewish and non-Jewish people. Everyone will want to be a part of this. So it's not something that a person could just go and start a war and build this holy building, which is not just a building, but it's the gateway between heaven and earth. A person can't decide on his own accord to build the temple, because that is God. God will command us and instruct us and guide us in the building of the temple.